Hello and welcome back to Steins Gate. I've actually been really looking forward to sitting down and playing this again because it's been a few days since I played the last two parts, and although I wasn't sure how I felt about it at the end of last time, after like a couple of days, I wanted to play some more. So I'm looking forward to finding out more about this game, and you can't really judge a game over maybe 2 hours of however long this is. So, and I was enjoying it, I just didn't know what was going on. Yeah, so I said last time that we were going to read the tips either at the end or at the beginning of each part, and then I was intending to do it at the end, and I forgot. So we're going to read them now and just see how many new ones we've got. I know we've got quite a few because we got all the inventions. So we'll just see. So ATF, Akihabara, short for the Akihabara Techno Forum. So it's basically like a university seminar hall, I guess. Daibaru, a fictional skyscraper with offices and a commerce centre. Hund's rule. The rule governing the placement of an atom's electrons. Orbitals of the same energy are each filled with one electron of the same spin before any are filled with the second. Also known as Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. Sounds complex and like something my friends would have done while at uni. A ghost in the ball. Future gadget number 7. A gadget created by arranging 12 6-inch CRT monitors in a sphere. Small CMOS cameras are installed in the gaps between the monitors, each connected to the monitor on the opposite side of the sphere. This attempt at practical optical camouflage is the greatest masterpiece among the completed future gadgets, but its sheer size makes it difficult to store. Name is derived from the sci-fi manga Ghost in the Husk with an anime adaptation. So it's basically like a ball that they're in that plays on the screen what's happening on the other side, I guess. Cyalume Saber, future gadget number 6, a red chemical glow stick with a handle attached, allowing one to grip it like a sword. Made possible not just with future gadget laboratory hardware, but also with chemical knowledge. Inspired by Spark Wars, a series of epic sci-fi movies. I hope each of these gadgets is inspired by a fictional version of a real-life film series, because we're 2 for 2 so far. Future gadget number 5, created by combining... once again, I made something worthless. Created by combining a dryer and a vacuum. The dryer is operated using the exhaust of the vacuum. Its name is reference to the popular anime Lupin's the Third. Is that Lupin the Third? I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it. Also, by vacuum, I assume they mean Hoover. Not like a vacuum with no air and stuff. Future gadget number 4, an instant super humidifier. Uses electric heating coils to quickly boil a large volume of water. This generates enough steam to fill a room of 12 square meters, though it can only be operated continuously for a few seconds. It looks like a Claymore landmine, which appeals to military otaku. Its name is a reference to the stealth action game Metal Moa Solid Rising. Oh my god. That's why they're getting worse. Future gadget number 3. A lie detector based on thumb perspiration. Though it might be more appropriate to call it a sweat detector, you have to admit it's a pretty clever invention. Its name is a reference to the classic manga Juju's Bizarre Adventure. They seem to be going for, changing one letter most of the time. Future gadget number 2, the bamboo Helicam. A CCD camera mounted to a bamboo toy helicopter. Camera is attached to the helicopter's fulcrum, allowing it to record aerial footage unpowered. So a drone. They've made a drone. However, the image is rotating at high speed, so you might get dizzy if you keep looking at it. Name originates from the sci-fi manga 22 Emon. I don't know what that one is. Bit particle gun. Gadget number 1. The very first gadget, a toy ray gun with a TV remote jammed inside. You can change channels by pointing it at the TV and pulling the trigger. However, the only supported button is Channel Plus. No other buttons like volume are usable. To turn the TV on, you must manually flip the switch on the TV. Its name is a reference to the classic Japanese robot anime, Mobile Jacket Gundam. So basically, they've made it harder to use the TV, but cooler looking when you do it. Serendipity. The ability to discover something valuable when looking for something else. The microwave was born through serendipity. Microwave oven. Okay, I'm assuming we know what a microwave oven is. I mean, it's got some information in here that's it's quite cool. The consumer appliance version was launched in America in 1947. I didn't know that. Same frequency as wireless LAN devices, which is why you shouldn't have your Wi-Fi router near a microwave, which I found while researching where to put my new Wi-Fi stuff earlier in the week. Probably should have already known that, but I didn't. Okay, To TV is a fictional television network in Tokyo. It says it generally doesn't interrupt regular programming if there's a special bulletin, which others do. Okay. Akihabara. Okay, UPX is a major office building. Otaku. A term for people with an obsessive interest in a particular topic. Hobbyists. Most often refers to fans of anime, manga, and video games, but there are also train otaku, okay, so anyone who's really into something. A hobbyist. Offline meet. When members of an internet community meet in real life. Okay, I think we do some of them. The gadgets were fun to read, though, so I'm glad I looked at them. But for now, let's continue. We had gone to I think we were going to a seminar with Daru, right? In the university place. Okay, so we've arrived on the 5th floor. The elevator doors open slowly. As we step out of the elevator... Ah! I don't know who this is. I bump into someone. I quickly grab the person's shoulder to keep them from falling. I'm sorry! Who is it? Oh, is it her? Oh, it's what's her name? What? Wait, she died, didn't she? It's a girl. And I recognize her. You. Impossible. Chills run down my spine. I stare at her face in disbelief. I saw this girl just 3 hours ago. Saw her dead. Makise Kurisu! Is there something wrong? Kurisu frowns and tries to back away. But I don't let go of her shoulder. My grip tightens. Ow! You should be dead. Why are you here? And you're even... There isn't a single bloodstain on her clothes, and they're the same one she was wearing when I found her. Only a serious wound could have produced that much blood. Yet, as far as I can tell, she's completely uninjured. Not a scratch. Hey, that hurts! Let me go. Kurisu pushes me away. Then she shoots me a wary glare. I realise that I'm gaping in disbelief. What's wrong with you? You're okay, but that's impossible. Someone stabbed you. I saw you lying in a pool of blood. That again. Daru interrupts. Wait, there's something strange about what he just said. What do you mean, again? I mean, you sent me that email like a week ago, right? I sent you an email. Don't be ridiculous! I saw her dead just 3 hours ago. Hey, could you not talk about me like that? I'm perfectly fine. You know, that message was kind of weird. It was dated a week after I got it, which means it came from the future. It came from the future. That sounds like something you'd read on the internet, Daru. It's rare for you to talk about ridiculous theories. No, the date was definitely a week later. It came from the 28th. Wait, that's today. Daru pulls out his phone and shows it to me. someone stab. That's it. It's the whole text. That's all he got. He's right. The email was sent from my phone. He received it on July 21st at 12:56. But it was sent on July 28th at 12:54. It was split into 3 mails. Someone stab. Bed Makise K. Urisu. Don't. Why did I send such a short message in 3 parts? And it looks like the 3rd email got cut off. I do recognise the content though. This is the email I sent you 3 hours ago. She just moved closer behind the screen like, I'm still here. But I sent 1 mail, not 3. And there should be more text. Did Daru really get this a week ago? Interesting. Suddenly, Karisu was standing next to me, peering intently at the screen of Daru's phone. Oh, right. The email's not important. Well, maybe it is, but not right now. The real question is why she's still alive. Is she an illusion? No, an evil spirit? Am I haunted? I don't believe in such unscientific drivel. I am a mad scientist. Ooh, zoom in. I timidly reach out to Karisu's face. Because that's not going to be creepy. My fingertips stroke her hair. Feels silky. Quite the cuticles? Substance. She has substance. Of course she's not a ghost. How silly of me. Ocarin, I don't think that's a good idea. I poke Karisu's cheeks with my fingers. How has she not stepped away yet? Because I would have. Such softness. Dead bodies don't feel like this. Not that I've ever touched one. Hey. Wait a minute. We already touched when I bumped into her coming out of the elevator. I even grabbed her shoulders before being pushed away. And I still doubted that she had substance? That's just proof of how confused I am. If she's alive, then what did I see back at Roddy Khan? What was that scream I heard? Were they hallucinations? Just like that mass disappearance? That's right. She was stabbed. Maybe she's just hiding her wounds. This requires further investigation. No, it doesn't. She's a girl. No. What's he? Oh, for God's sake. I grabbed the hem of her blouse and slowly lifted it. This is a bad plan. Are you trying to get yourself arrested? I just want to know the truth. I stare straight back at Karisu as she trembles with anger and lift her blouse a little higher. Oh my God! What truth, you perv? You stupid, wanna die? Yeah, you tell him. She pushes my hand away. Louise Chan's famous line for the win. Daru shouts something silly, but I ignore him and press Karisu. I know what I saw. No way! Did you just see my underwear? Karisu's face turns bright red. She firmly pulls her blouse down. No, you fool, not that! Still haven't figured out what sort of voice I'm really going to attempt for Karisu. Because at the moment I've just sort of gone with kind of my voice, lower voice, higher voice. And now there's more than 3 characters, so I don't know what to do. Earlier this afternoon, after Dr. Nakabachi's presentation, someone killed Makise Karisu and left her in a pool of blood. I carefully explain everything that I saw. Wait. Dr. Nakabachi? She's going posh, I think. That's what's happening. What are you talking about, Ocarin? Dr. Nakabachi's presentation was cancelled. Cancelled? Yeah. Because of the satellite crash? Something's wrong. Our stories aren't matching. It's the same thing that happened right after I saw the mass disappearance. Mayuri's story didn't match mine. I need to know. Am I caught in some sinister plot? Is this another organization conspiracy? Excuse me, my name is Hoen Kyoma. Really, man, you're hopeless. Okay, Hoen-san. I'd like to hear your story in more detail. Looks like she finally understands I'm not lying. But I still don't understand why my memories don't match everyone else's. I doubt that I can give her a good explanation. Just then, an older man steps out of the assembly hall. Say-san, it's almost time. Huh? Oh, right. Thank you. Kurisu glances at me one more time, then sighs and heads towards the small conference room. We should go too. Go where? To hear the lecture? Duh. Oh, that. Daru follows after Kurisu. Did she come to attend the lecture too? Strange. Why would the girl genius, Makise Kurisu, need to attend a lecture like this? Okay, my guess was a bit off. Girl genius didn't come to attend the lecture. Oh, she came to give it, right? She's, yeah. I'd like to thank everyone for coming to hear me speak today. She's the one giving the lecture? Japan's famous girl genius, Makise Kurisu, who had her thesis published at the tender age of 17. According to Daru, she turned 18 a few days ago. I first heard about her when Daru pointed her out in a Gossip magazine article. That's when he told me that she was going to be a guest at ATF. I'd forgotten all about it. It's my first time giving a lecture like this, so please forgive me if I'm a little nervous. The audience is pretty mixed. It's mostly students like us, but there are also a couple of professors. And Kurisu just gave me a sharp look. What did I do? When I return her stare, she quickly averts her eyes. I don't care if she's a genius or whatever, I still don't like her. She may have these people fooled with her timid girl act, but I learned at Radicon how cunning and aggressive she really is. Even if her murder was some kind of hallucination, my judgment of her character is still correct. For today's lecture, I've been asked to speak on the subject of time travel. It's not really my area of expertise, but I'll do my best. Time travel. Ho-ho. Let me start by saying that time travel is an absurd concept. Objection! Some Phoenix Wright moment. Huh? Every member of the audience, not just Kurisu, is startled by my interruption. Perhaps I'm being slightly rude here, but I'm not one to just sit and listen to some genius girl's drivel. It's presumptuous for you to claim that time travel is absurd. Okren, you magnificent fool. Sitting at my side, Daru throws me a small salute. ATF staff are approaching, probably to kick me out. Perhaps I got too carried away. Okay. It's fine, I guess. It'll be easier to talk in a discussion format. Thanks to her proposal, the event staff refrain from escorting me out. She sounds a little pissed, but let's not mind that. But before that, please listen to my thoughts on the subject. Ooh, got some sine wave equations, some radians. Bringing back degree memories from when I did maths. Whew. Well, we didn't do time travel, we just did equations. But let's hear her speak. Scientists have proposed many theoretical models of time travel, but there are 11 in particular that bear mentioning. What are the major theories of time travel? I have heard about the cosmic string theory, at least. The 11 theories. Oh, we're getting them written down. Neutron star theory, black hole theory, light speed theory, tachyon theory, wormhole theory, exotic matter theory, cosmic string theory, quantum gravity theory, Cyalume laser theory, elementary particle ring and laser theory, Dirac antiparticle theory. A lot of theories. Not bad. Perhaps Makise Kurisu is a worthy rival after all. However, all of these models are purely theoretical. Some of them even contradict each other. Well, what if someone comes up with the 12th model? Right, well... It could be contradicted by the 13th model now, couldn't it? Damn, she twisted my question and used it against me. Touché, genius girl. Suddenly, I feel eyes on me. Some puffed up professors are giving me hard looks from across the room. Maybe I got too carried away. I don't want to risk losing my credits. I should back off for now. By the way, time travel to the future is available to us right now, according to Einstein's special theory of relativity. For example, let's say someone were to go to Haneda Airport and board a plane headed to Okinawa. Upon arrival, that person would be 100 millionth of a second farther into the future than I am. What does that mean? According to the special theory of relativity, time moves slower for objects as they approach the speed of light. For example, if you could run at near the speed of light, you could reach a point where time only moves half as fast for you. If you were to keep running at that speed for 24 hours, 48 hours would elapse in the rest of the world, meaning you would jump one day into the future. Understand, Hoenn Kyoma? Ah! Why are you singling me out? I'm doing my best to hold back, but it looks like Makise Kurisu wants to pick a fight. She does look quite smug now. She didn't before. Wish that she hadn't said that name in front of so many people. Too great a risk to let others know my true name. But that's not really time travel, is it? Now, a professor calmly makes an objection. True, Makise Kurisu's example isn't strictly time travel, per se, but I never expected an older man, a professor at that, to refute an 18-year-old girl. Maybe he's just testing the genius girl's resilience. Yes, you're right. The genius girl readily concedes the point. If she were a normal 18-year-old girl, it would be impossible for her to be this calm in front of all these people. Oh no, maybe she does theatre. A normal 18-year-old would panic when refuted by such a distinguished-looking professor. And yet, Makise Kurisu's giving off an aura of gutsiness that says, I can take this guy on. Then what about going to the past? Going to the past is possible right now. Take a look at the sky at night. You can see light from tens of thousands of years ago, can't you? That's not time travel either! This time, it's a nearby student who objects. Well, I was just getting started. Was it just me, or did Kurisu look a little nervous just now? Let's say we wanted to make a machine that could physically transport people through time. What would we need? Best candidates for this are cosmic strings and wormholes. A cosmic string is a string-shaped crevice with extreme mass. String-shaped crevice? That must be how they enter our universe. But do cosmic strings really exist? This is a really pretty background. I kind of want it on my phone. The crevice is about as wide as an elementary particle, and at least as long as the diameter of a galaxy. It has immense mass, so it distorts space-time. If you were to travel through that distortion, you could make a full circle around the string in less than 360 degrees. In short, you can do something resembling a warp. This is called a space-time angular deficit. When you pass through an area of angular deficit, transit time becomes 0. Now we apply this to a cosmic string moving at near light speed. According to the special theory of relativity, time will flow slower for the cosmic string in relation to its surroundings. Therefore, passing through the area of angular deficit would cause the transit time to become negative instead of 0. In other words, you would arrive in the past after transit. If you use 2 cosmic strings, you can do a space deficit jump. If you loop back to your original location, you can return to the same time you started revolving. And that, roughly speaking, is time travel by means of cosmic strings. By the way, just so nobody misunderstands, cosmic strings are not the same as superstrings. Now then, you need 3 things in order to travel to the past with cosmic strings. First, the cosmic strings themselves. 2 strings, to be exact. By the way, they are hypothesized to exist only where the universe was first formed, so they might be a little hard to find. Second, you would need the energy required to make them move at near light speed. How much energy do you think you'd need to accelerate something as long as the Milky Way to near the speed of light? I'm pretty sure it's a little more than 1.21 gigawatts. This earns a few chuckles from the audience. Third, you'd need a spaceship capable of reaching these cosmic strings and returning, with the time traveler alive, of course. What do you think, Hoenn-san? Care to take on the challenge of cosmic string time travel? Like that's even possible. And why the hell is she addressing me? I wasn't even the one who jeered this time. Looks like Hoenn-san doesn't want to take the challenge. In that case, let's consider wormholes. They may be a little more realistic than cosmic strings. By the way, Hoenn-san, do you know what wormholes are? No, don't ask me. I'm trying to hold back here. Since I've been challenged, though, I can't leave the question unanswered. It's like a shortcut through space, right? Yes, that's correct. Phew, I got it right. Would have been embarrassing if we hadn't. I sigh inwardly in relief. There are 2 wormholes joined by a tunnel. No matter how far away the wormholes are, transit time through the tunnel is 0. But, oh no, there's a problem. The wormhole tunnel suffers from supergravity and collapses as soon as it opens. So we need something to negate the effect of gravity. So-called exotic matter, a substance with negative mass which repulses other matter. Negative mass, huh? Is it something that floats if you leave it on the ground? Maybe not. I can't even begin to imagine what it would be like. Karisu raises her right fist. Say that the wormhole tunnel is being squished by an invisible fist. In order to pass through, you need something that could oppose my fist's grasping force, so that I can't squish anymore. Kurisu opens her fist. If you stabilize the tunnel with exotic matter injection, instantaneous travel between wormholes becomes possible. To travel through time, however, takes a little more effort. For example, let's say there's a wormhole entrance here in Akihabara, and the exit is in Los Angeles. First, we send the wormhole in LA all the way to the end of the universe at near the speed of light. And once it's there, we yank it back to LA. How? According to the special theory of relativity, time slows down for objects moving at the speed of light, meaning that the hole that returned to LA would be further in the past than the Akihabara hole. So now, if Hoenn-san jumped into the wormhole, he'd arrive in LA several years before he left. However, this still can't be called true time travel. It only seems that way. This is called the Urashima Effect. The important part is to return to Akihabara from LA through the wormhole once more. Since the transit time is 0, Hoenn-san will return to Akihabara several years in the past. Time travel complete. The prerequisites for wormhole travel are simpler than the ones for cosmic string travel. First, the wormhole itself. They may exist somewhere in the universe, but nobody has ever seen one. Second, the energy required to move a wormhole to the end of the universe and back at near light speed. Third, exotic matter, which, by the way, has not been confirmed to exist. So, implementation of either one would require a ridiculous amount of effort. Now do you see what I mean when I said that time travel is an absurd concept? Time travel theories are all just thought experiments. Not one of them can create a viable time machine. That is my answer. Isn't there anything simpler, like something you can pull out of a drawer and just use, or something? I'm afraid not. Firm declaration. This is the limit of modern physics. I can't say how it might change in 10 years, though. Besides, even if someone did overcome the logistical requirements, there may be other factors that prevent time travel from working. And that's because fundamental problems concerning the principle of causality have not yet been solved. I kind of feel like I'm in a lecture, but one of the more interesting lectures that I've been in. You mean time paradoxes and conservation of mass? The mass of the entire universe is constant. If a time machine travelled from the future to the past, there would suddenly be the extra mass of the time machine and its pilot in the past. I remember reading in a book, not a terribly reputable book, but still, that such a violation of mass conservation would put the universe in danger. It didn't say what kind of danger, though. If you think that conservation of mass applies to the macro systems like the universe, or microsystems like atoms or elementary particles, you're mistaken. What? Is that true? She's laughing at my reaction. That little... how mortifying. Conservation of mass only applies to chemical reactions. It doesn't hold in modern physics at all. Something can come from nothing. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Then what is the problem? The time paradox of time paradoxes. In other words, the grandfather paradox. Oh, that thing where you kill your own ancestors before you were born? As long as this paradox goes unsolved, time travel can never be realized. Never. What if you just don't kill them? Can't think of it like a sci-fi movie. It's not just about your family tree. There are far greater dangers than that. Really? It doesn't seem that dangerous. Any paradox, no matter how small, would cause the total collapse of causality, relativity, and every other physical law in existence. Paradoxes are nothing more than thought experiments. They cannot occur in reality, and they should not. Nothing that has even a 0.00001% chance of causing a paradox can happen. The universe won't allow it. Wouldn't you say this is the logical conclusion? There may be loopholes, like parallel worlds or the self-consistency principle, but those seem too much like fantasy for me to accept. Gah. I grind my teeth. When I see Mikise Kurisu looking at me with her composed expression, I avert my eyes. Looks like I have no choice but to concede. Mikise Kurisu truly is a genius. I ended up listening to all of Kurisu's lecture at ATF. After the 2 time travel theories she introduced at the beginning, she explained the rest with equal eloquence. She seemed a little nervous at first, but that quickly changed as she spoke. By the end, it was an impressive lecture. So impressive that you wouldn't think it was an 18-year-old's first time. She did well to respond to my malicious questions with sarcasm. She's got guts. Wait, why am I praising her? Leaving that aside, I saw Mikise Kurisu dead. And yet, she is alive. My memories don't mesh with reality. And not just about Kurisu. My conversations with Daru and Mayuri didn't make sense either. Everything would be solved if I just told myself that what I saw was a dream, an illusion. It never happened. But never say never leaves me with no choice. After parting ways with Daru at ATF, I head to Yanabayashi's shrine. I need to get exercised. I feel that's a very big leap. I mean, yes, he's had a weird day, but personally, I wouldn't jump from, oh, my memories aren't really matching up, something's going wrong too. Let's go get exercised, because I'm clearly possessed. Yeah, maybe give it a few more days, I don't know. I seriously doubt that the Mikise Kurisu at ATF was a ghost. Regardless, it's natural to seek an exorcism after such an experience. I'm Japanese. It's in our blood. Okay, maybe. I can't speak for Japanese people. I'm not Japanese. Maybe that is true. Yanabayashi Shrine is located on the other side of Kando River. To find it, enter the first side road after crossing Mansaibashi Bridge. It's a very small shrine that doesn't fit with the surrounding multi-tenant buildings. Kanda Myojin is the more famous shrine in Akiba, but I deliberately chose this one. The shrine is so small, you could easily miss it if you weren't looking. Regardless, I can hear the chirping? That's not a word. Chirping of cicadas from the few trees growing here. It's Okarin! Totoro! Oh, I've missed her. There are 2 girls standing in front of the main building. One of them is Mayuri. The other is a docile-looking beauty in traditional Miko attire. Urushibara Luka. Oh god, I'm gonna have to do another voice. I don't have that many. A stunning example of feminine charm and grace. Lips delicate like cherry blossoms in bloom. The essence of Japanese beauty. The chief priest's son. That's right. Son. Lovely in every way. But he's a guy. I'm really tempted to give him a super deep voice, and But I don't think that would actually fit him, I don't know. Good afternoon, Okabe-san. He bows his head. The voice of a girl. The mannerisms of a girl. More feminine than any girl I know. But he's a guy. Taller than Mayuri, yet oh so slender. But he's a guy. Looks stunning in Miko robes. Should I just start saying no homo instead? Holding a bamboo broom, apparently in the middle of cleaning. No homo, but he's a guy. It's almost evening, yet still hot as hell outside. Oh. Yeah, okay, but he's a guy. We get it. Oh, Corinne, you're denying it too much. Damn cicadas won't shut up. He's getting way too flustered. I feel like no homo is just flashing in this guy's head. But he's a guy. But, yeah, we get it. Okay. Okay. Lukako, that blade I gave you, what happened to it? He is a friend of mine. I call him Lukako. We met when I rescued him from some aggressive photographers in Akiba's Pedestrian Heaven. It also so happens that Lukako and Mayuri are classmates. I learned that fact after I had gotten to know him. Lukako is taken aback by my sharp question. He starts fidgeting with a flushed face and tears in his eyes. You mean Demon Sword Samidari? Correct, I bought it for you so you could learn to control your power. Oh yeah, you bought it at Bladeworks, right? I think you said it cost 980... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, I don't know what I clicked. Didn't seem to do anything. It's fine. Don't say another word anymore and they will come to silence you. They're gonna silence me? Thanks for worrying about me, Okarin. But who are they? I ignore Mayuri's question. So, Lukako, are you making sure to practice with Samidari like I told you? Yes, I do practice swings once a day. As long as you carry it and master the Seishin Zanma School of Swordsmanship, you can prevent the dark flame inside you from consuming your soul. Demon Sword Samidari might be an imitation sword, but that is only the form it takes to hide from the world. When one worthy to wield it appears, it unleashes its true power. And it was on sale for only 980 yen, tax included. Thank you, Okabe-san. It was a wonderful present. My name isn't Okabe. It's Okarin! I'm sorry, Kyoma-san. As long as you understand. Now, speak the words. Elsai Kongaloo? No, not Kongaloo, Kongru. Yes. Elsai Kongru. Did I get it right? Lukako smiles happily as I nod. Thank you. Such a lovely smile. But he's a guy. Such a beautiful master-disciple relationship! Mayushi's not a Fujoshi, but she's getting a little excited. Mayuri-chan, please don't imagine such things. Please? Though we do have a master-disciple relationship. I, Hoenn Kyoma, have gone to great lengths to brainwash teach Lukako about the evil conspiracies that rule the world, and how to resist them. That stuff about Demon Sword Samidari is part of that training. Looks aside, Lukako is very obedient and hardworking. Plus, he's always eager to learn new things. A master couldn't ask for a better disciple. Though, he does have the weaknesses of not catching on too quickly and being too shy. What are you doing here, Mayuri? I came to see Luka-kun! Tomima's coming up next month and I want him to cosplay as Kirari-chan from Rainet. But he won't say yes. But cosplaying, that's just too embarrassing for me. But I'm sure you'll look great in it. The phrase, someone this cute can't be a girl, is really popular, you know? Come on, make your cosplay debut. Mayuri's hobby is making costumes. She's made at least 30 so far, but it's rare for her to wear one herself. Instead, she seems to get her kicks from seeing other people wearing them. And it looks like she's chosen Lukaku as her next target. Naturally, the costume Mayuri is currently raving about is for a female character. Normally I would understand why a man wouldn't want to dress like a girl, but come on! Lukaku has no problem wearing Miko robes, why should cosplay be any different? But whatever. I have business to take care of. Save the trivial stuff for later. But it's really important to Mayushi! And it's trivial to me. Anyway, Lukaku, there's a good reason for my being here today. I need you to perform an exorcism. An exorcism? Then I'll go get my dad. Please wait. No, it's nothing that serious. I just need some peace of mind. That's why I came here instead of Kanda Shrine. So, with that said, bring out the usual. The usual? You mean Samidare? No! Who the hell uses a demon sword for an exorcism? The usual for an exorcism should be obvious. I don't know what it's called, but it's that stick with the zigzaggy paper thingies that the priest does a shaky thingy with. That sounded really dull, Ocarine. Quite a shock to hear that from Mayuri. Oh, the Onusa. But I don't know if my father will lend it to me. I'll go ask him. Lukaku makes a quick bow, then runs off towards his house, which is on the shrine grounds. Meanwhile, Mayuri takes her pocket watch out of her bag to check the time. It's a very old watch, not the sort you'd expect a high school girl to carry. Its name is Pockety. Obviously that's the name Mayuri gave it, not its brand name or anything. Ever since elementary school, Mayuri has carried Pockety with her everywhere. It's her most important treasure. Well, time for me to go to work! Do your best. You going straight home afterwards? Yep. Mayuri lives in Ikebukuro. She comes to Akiba by train just about every day. It should be obvious since we're childhood friends and all, but I live in Ikebukuro too. Though I've been staying at the lab since summer break began. See you tomorrow! I call Mayuri to stop before she trots off. Wait, Mayuri. Back at Radikan you heard a man scream, right? Scream? Mayuri blinks several times and puts her finger to her temple as if in thought. Then she gives her usual smile. When was that again? This afternoon. I don't think I heard anything. Oh. Well, alright. Okarin's a weirdo! Bye-bye! Toodaloo! Mayuri leaves, this time for good, though she pauses to wave at least half a dozen times before disappearing beyond the archway. Oh, hello. Wasn't expecting you to be that close. Thanks for waiting, Okabe-san. Lukaku returns shortly after Mayuri leaves. In his hands is the white zigzaggy thing I asked for. Dad let me borrow it, thank goodness. Did Mayuri-chan leave? Don't worry about Mayuri. Begin the exorcism at once, Lukaku. Okay, but do you really want me to do it? What exactly am I exorcising anyway? Lukaku is flustered. Is he really up to this? I'm beginning to doubt. I should have known better. The instant doubt touches my heart, a terrible chill shoots up my spine. Ugh! It's the evil spirit! In my arm! I grab my violently shaking wrist. Be still, foul spirit! Hurry, Lukaku, it's trying to take over! No way! Please hang in there, Okabe-san! I'm not Okabe-san! I'm sorry, Kyoma-san, but what should I... The exorcism, hurry! Just do it! Like I taught you! Okay. With a serious look on his face, Lukaku grasps the Unusa with both hands as if it were a sword. His stance is impressive. I've taught him well. His face is red and he can barely talk. It looks like he wants to say something but is hesitating. Panicking because he feels awkward? Shh, amateur. Please, Luca, expel this spirit from me. I don't want to kill you. Lukaku starts crying. Oh my god. Okurin's being way too dramatic. The poor kid. Looks like he's really worried. Reason tells me he's a guy, but his lovely appearance makes me feel guilty. Like I made a frail girl cry. But despite the tears welling up in his eyes, it looks like Lukaku's managed to work up his resolve. Hear me, evil spirit! He raises the Unusa up high, shaking it left and right. Please leave from Kyoma-san. That's great! Now strike my arm with those zigzags! The tip of the Unusa touches my upper arm. In an anime, this would be the cue for some dramatic shockwave to occur, but nothing like that happens, probably because all the drama's been used up already. The only sound is the chirping of cicadas. Cicadas? Did it work? I take a deep breath. The trembling in my arm has stopped. I'm okay. Looks like you drove away the evil spirit. Good job, Lukaku. Lukaku sighs in relief and blushes. Glad I was able to help. His shy smile really does make him look like a girl. Okay, I actually think I'm gonna stop there because I'm quite hungry and I haven't eaten yet. But we're gonna look at the tips first because I think it would work better at the end instead of waiting until the next part to read what tips were added in the previous section. Oh my god, there's so many again. Okay, Unasa, a wand carried by a Shinto priest. Okay, someone this cute can't be a girl. There's unwritten rule. There's a lot of unwritten rules in this. To use this phrase whenever you see someone who looks like a cute girl but is either of unspecified gender or actually a boy. Also used sarcastically with boyish-looking girls. Well, that's rude. Kurari-chan, fictional heroine of Reinet Kakaru. Smart and athletic girl in 5th grade. She is also cute and has a good personality. Basically, the perfect girl. Passionate about fashion, hates mushrooms. What? Did that just change? I think I pressed something and it just completely changed orders. Okay, we'll go back. Bladeworks is a fictional store in Akihabara that sells replica weapons. Komi Giga Market, massive otaku event, so it's basically a big Comic-Con. But, like anime. Elementary particle, the smallest unit of matter. However, the definition of what constitutes an elementary particle is unclear. Certain elementary particles have a corresponding antiparticle with opposite charge. Fujoshi is a term for a female otaku with a particular interest in yaoi. I've never worked out how to say that word. Yaoi? I don't know. Or works of fiction that depict homosexual relationships between men. but doesn't apply to female otaku in general. Honorifics. Okay, so like the name suffixes. So san, kun, and the others chan, tan, and she. So she is a literary honorific, but some otaku use it regularly. Okay, Louise Chan, fictional main heroine of the anime The Familiar of 10. Miko, shrine maidens in the Shinto religion. Pedestrian Heaven. Some neighborhoods of Tokyo, such as Akihabara, close major streets on busy shopping days. Effectively turns the street into one big sidewalk. That sounds useful. Okay, Superstring Theory. In physics, the theory that all matter in the universe is composed of strings, the vibrations of which manifest as the elementary particles. This theory, which posits 11 dimensions, is currently impossible to prove experimentally. However, it is said that if this theory is proven, it will explain all phenomena from the birth and scope of the universe on the macro level to elementary particles like quarks on the micro level. Okay, theory of relativity. E equals mc squared. Okay. Refers to both Einstein's special theory of relativity published in 1905 and his general theory of relativity published in 1916. Represented by the famous equation, E equals mc squared, the special theory of relativity is defined by the following axioms. Objects cannot travel faster than the speed of light. As velocity approaches the speed of light, the passage of time approaches zero. And as velocity approaches the speed of light, mass approaches infinity. The general theory of relativity adds the following axioms. In the presence of large gravitational fields, the passage of time slows down. In the presence of large gravitational fields, space curves. In the presence of large gravitational fields, mass increases. The Principle of Causality. So a scientific and philosophical principle that states that every event has a cause, and it is by that cause that an effect is produced. The theory of relativity is founded upon this principle. However, quantum physicists have observed microscale phenomena that do not appear to obey the principle of causality. You have to remember, correlation does not equal causality. It can look like something has an effect and it actually doesn't. Urashima Effect. In special relativity, a phenomenon originating from the fact that time slows down as an object approaches the speed of light. For example, imagine that an astronaut travels to a nearby star and back at close to the speed of light. This trip might take a few years from the astronaut's perspective, but he would return to Earth to find that thousands of years have passed in his absence. Is it just me, or is that the plot of Interstellar? No, that's not the plot of Interstellar. I don't remember Interstellar very well. Originates 1.21 gigawatts. Originates from a 1980s trilogy of Hollywood movies about time machines and time paradoxes. I wonder which trilogy. I'm not sure. In the first movie, the inventor of the time machine said that it needed 1.21 gigawatts of power to travel through time. In reality, the unit gigawatt does not exist. The script writer made a spelling mistake. The correct unit is gigawatt. Well, that's all the new tips that we have. So I think I will leave it there, and honestly, I really enjoyed this last hour or so. It looks like this game is going to be sort of a slow build, at least at first. And this sort of hour seemed a lot more about exposition, introducing us to time travel, and it was honestly really interesting, even though I did kind of feel like I'd gone back to uni and I'd like hijacked one of my friend's physics lectures. But like interesting physics, not the physics that I actually had to do. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I'll probably play some more later this week, so I hopefully will have another part ready so I can keep posting 3 times a week, but I'm away this weekend, so it's a chance that won't happen. But I really do want to play more. This was so much fun. I hope you're enjoying watching, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching!